What up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's going on? How y'all living out there today? Hopefully, y'all having a good day already. Hopefully, it's sunny and the skies are clear. What's good, sister? What the hell wrong with you? The cat got your tongue or something?
Good morning, y'all.
I ain't got time for this. I'm going to stop showing up to this. I ain't got time for this tomfoolery. I have no time for tomfoolery. What's happening, man? What's going on? Nothing.
Everything going on.
So what's going on?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
What stuff are you talking about?
I don't know, because what are we talking about today?
A lot of stuff is sponsored by Starbucks Coffee. A lot of stuff going on.
You got Starbucks coffee today?
Absolutely.
Anybody know people at Starbucks? Because we used to talk about Quick Trip.
Yeah, Quick Trip too far away right now. Starbucks right around the corner. Even though, listen, Starbucks, y'all need to bring y'all prices down on the mocha lattes, man.
That's what you drink, a mocha latte?
Yeah. Hot though, not no iced coffee. I don't.
I love iced coffee. That's what I got. It ain't Starbucks, but it's in a Starbucks reusable cup.
Yeah. Mocha latte chocolate, but So
what are we talking about today?
I don't know. But I was just gonna jump off and say, just jump in deep water real quick.
I hope it's something I know about.
Yeah, clearly everybody knows about it right now. Somebody needs to go over there and do something about that dude Putin.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's freaking ridiculous, man. Like I was like, if there would be any other country, man, they wouldn't let that go on like that. But hey, Zelensky though, he my new partner. That dude is a stand-up dude. He is a stand-up dude. If you need a model for being a president of a country, he is it. He is it. I mean, that dude did not leave out the country. Regardless what's going on around him, he stayed. That dude, that's the model right there. I don't know what else.
Walking around with his vest on.
Yeah.
He got his bulletproof vest on.
Yeah. I mean, and see, the thing about it is,
he go hard.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, like,
don't tell me, let me tell you something. Don't tell me he don't love his country.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. I believe that dude, I believe that he has it in him. That if it came down to it, he would tussle with one of those guys and shoot them. Hands down. He's that type of dude. Like, you can't say a lot of presidents around the countries would do that. You can't honestly say. Can you see Biden tangling and wrestling with somebody and pulling the gun on somebody? No, I can't see that. I can't even see.
They wouldn't let him do that anyway.
But that's my point. That's my point. This dude is running his country inside of his country while all the stuff is being destroyed around him, and he has that look that he would actually tangle with them physically.
And they would let him. The country.
Huh?
He just walking around the country.
Yeah. I mean, like ain't nothing going on. You soon as conflict happens in any major country, the first thing they're gonna do is get the president out. And he's gonna be in some command center somewhere far off and making the calls that he really ain't making, but that's the, the three branches. I don't want to go into politics and social studies, which y'all would, what it is. The president doesn't make any decisions at all.
Yeah.
He's a country spokesperson. That's it.
They were putting they got a whole system. They put our president because they put him in a bunker.
Yeah.
Make sure they can still run the country, that they don't get killed.
Yeah, but ain't nobody, Zelensky ain't letting nobody do that to him. He ain't go nowhere.
Yeah.
War-torn country, he stayed right there in it. Because that ain't their first rodeo with the Russians. That ain't their first rodeo with the Russians. So, shouts out to Ukraine. Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
He got his bulletproof vest on.
He handling business. So it's all good.
Yeah.
So what else we got? What else?
I don't know.
What else is happening?
Thandi Martin. I mean, I keep calling her Thandi Martin. Thandi Newton.
Sandy?
Thandi Newton. You know, the one that said she did a video on Twitter. And she said she apologized to all the Black women around the world for stealing their men because she was a light-skinned woman, light-skinned Black woman.
So who cares? Only the people who are dealing with her care. See, she's like what's the old the lady that has mental psychological issues.
What they say Thandi Martin got them. Well, they say she in rehab now.
She in the same boat with Candace Owens. Retarded. Just saying. She in the same boat.
How many times I gotta tell you can't say that word?
I don't know. I'm a slow learner.
People that. You can't call the people that.
I'm a slow learner. I was in a special class.
And he's still doing it, y'all. Y'all caught that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just saying. I was in a class in the basement that only had one floor with a spiral staircase.
Y'all caught that, right?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
See, the good thing about this forum right here, with us doing YouTube Live, our listeners and viewers can see my Charlie Brown face.
Hey, you don't know nobody that ever rode the short bus with the blacks in the windows?
I do, actually. Okay, let me tell you this story.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
No, it's not. Okay, listen, it's real quick. But you asked, did I know anybody that ever rode the short bus? So my oldest daughter is profoundly deaf. And there's a deaf school here. It used to, back in the day, it used to be called Houston School for Deaf Children. Okay, it's not called the Center for Hearing and something. I don't know.
Hearing impaired, probably.
No, the Center for Hearing and something. I don't know. Anyway, but it used to be called the Houston School for Deaf Children. Okay. So when she became deaf, I took her there. Okay. And she was in there for maybe 4 months, maybe. And I went to pick up one day and they were like, we really think we need to send her to Houston Independent School District school. No, and I'm like, no, she's deaf. No. And they were like, I did not know at the time, but they had a program for deaf children in the school district.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go to a particular school, but they had this program for deaf learning. So she was thrown out of the Houston School for Deaf Children. They put her out of school. Okay. So then we went to the Houston Independent School District school, and she was there for the next semester, the 4 months. And that lady that was over that program, the director over that program, she came actually she and the teacher came to my desk at my job. And they was like, we really think she needs to go to this gifted and talented school, regular gifted and talented school, elementary school here in Houston. Anybody that know Houston, you heard of River Oaks, the neighborhood River Oaks. It's an upscale, very wealthy neighborhood. And I don't know what they're doing now, but they used to have a regular program for the people who lived in that neighborhood, but they also had a magnet program or a gifted and talented program for like super smart kids. You have to test and all that to get in there. Back then you did. Okay. So they said she had to go to that school, and they set up the interview and everything. The testing, the interview, they set it up. I didn't have to do it that. So yeah, she got thrown out of the second deaf school. My child went to the deaf school. She was deaf, and she got thrown out of 2 deaf schools. And so they put her in this regular gifted and talented program with all these hearing kids. She was the only one in the class deaf. There was a lot of stuff we had to do to have her be able to be successful in that class. But here's the point of the story. In order to get to the school, she's bused because it's a magnet program. In order to get to the school, she rode the short bus because she's deaf. So she was on the short bus. My baby's 6 years old, and she was happy to get on the short bus.
I think that's retarded though. Like, stop. If you what?
You said it again.
Said what?
The word, the R word, and not R. Kelly.
Well, until I take it out the medical dictionary, I'm gonna keep using it. So, like, I think this crazy because, like, if you're trying to make a child feel like he's the same or she's the same in any instance, I don't think you should do certain things to promote the opposite.
But she didn't know. I didn't make her feel like it was different. I just said, baby, come on, you're getting on the bus.
I'm not saying that she didn't know, but I'm talking about the administration of schools. If you know that a person has problems and different things, don't separate them from the other kids that are going to the same school. Now, when they get to school, yeah, they're going to be in different classes and different things for whatever. Put them on the same bus. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think that's a part of just segregation on any level. When you separate anybody for being different, I think that's wrong. As much as I laugh and joke about things, I have a history of things that I had to overcome, and so I know what that's like. That's why I can laugh and joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there, but then they found out, hey, this dude is not that at all. So, I mean, I don't believe in you should segregate anybody from anything. You know what I'm saying? Treat them just as the same. You know what I'm saying? But then you try to do whatever it is you're going to do with them. That's what I'm saying. You got people coming into schools where they they gotta go through all this and go through all that, man. Like, just let them be who they are and let them develop when you get them inside their classroom. But don't visually show somebody else something different, because those other kids that you call quote unquote normal, which they're not, they're going to jump on the kids that are somewhat different. And I tell people, like, I don't believe in handicaps. I don't believe in that. A person is only handicapped if they think that they're handicapped themselves, because you think about people who have limbs and extremities missing and different things. When they got here, that's they normal. They know how to operate through their life without having those things. So that's not a handicap to them, because they made ways to do what they need to do on a daily basis. So I don't believe in handicaps. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Well, she didn't know she was on. She didn't know she was happy to get on the short list every day. She was trying to get over, but she didn't know. But she didn't know.
Right. I mean, that's cool. I'm just saying, when you got people who truly just single people out because of their issue, I don't. That ain't cool. That ain't cool.
So, well, Thandie Morton. I mean, I called her Thandie Morton again. Thandie Newton. So she and Channing Tate, that's his name, Channing Tate.
Mm-hmm. Channing Tate.
Do Magic Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they on the set of Magic Mike 3. Like, we need a Magic Mike 3.
I ain't never seen one. Right?
I thought one should have been enough. But he's the producer, so it's his thing. So he doing Magic Mike 3. And apparently they was having a big old argument on the set, like shut down production kind of argument.
Mm-hmm.
Storming around. They was in the trailer. Then he stormed out, got in his car, drove off. I'll never work with her again.
What was they in the trailer doing?
Was fighting, arguing. You can hear him out there. You can hear him arguing about, supposedly, it was about the Will Smith, Chris Rock debacle.
We still talking about that?
Apparently. And so they stormed off, but she in rehab now, supposedly. Supposedly in rehab. Supposedly she always had kind of mental issues, and she has suffered with anorexia. The anorexia made sense to me because in different movies she's been in, I've thought, oh, she's a very petite woman. So I've thought she recently she reclaimed the spelling of her name, because her name is she's half, her mother is from Zimbabwe. So the spelling of her name is a Zimbabwe name. And back when she started in her movie career in the 90s, it was misspelled. And she just never changed it. She just went with it. Mm-hmm. But it's like it has a W-E at the end or something like that.
So she's smaller than Twiggy. See, what's her name? Yeah. Twinkie.
There we go with Twinkie again. You stop giving that woman stop giving her a stripper name.
Hey,
yeah, she's smaller than Twiggy. Well, back in the day, her and Twiggy probably was about the same size. Mm. But yeah, she, like, even when she was in Color Girls, she was in that movie for Color Girls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The movie version of Color Girls. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, she in rehab. She in rehab.
Right next to Wendy Williams.
I don't know. Is Wendy still in rehab?
I don't know. But she wasn't doing good. She wasn't doing good at all.
I think they in rehab for different stuff though. She might be right next to Will.
Oh, I'm sure.
She might be right next to Will. She was supposedly in one called Meadows or something like that in Arizona.
It's always a Meadows something.
I don't know.
Peaceful places, Meadows. Peaceful Meadows rehabilitation.
I don't know. Maybe she in the one next to Will. Where Will at? They never told us where Will went.
Mm-mm.
So, okay. So anyway, but that's Danny Newton. That's just an update, y'all. Go back and listen to our episode about her.
Yeah, I don't, man. Listen.
Okay, so Johnny May Cash is a rapper.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, was.
Past tense. Mm-hmm. What happened to him?
His gal shot him.
Must not have been paying that child support.
Well, according to her, he pulled her hair out like a big chunk of plug of her hair, like he yanked her hair out. So according to her, he beat the mess out of her.
Mm-hmm. I don't condone
like she was a Hebrew slave.
I don't condone violence, but that's a good reason to shoot a person.
There was an altercation. The police got there and neither one of them was there. They had driven him to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. And someone had driven her to a family home. And from there, that's where she reported the domestic violence. But they did the investigation and uncovered that she killed him. She shot him and he died after he got to the hospital from complications from the gunshot wound.
Yeah, because he probably hit that main artery in the leg. Like, it is hard to die from a gunshot to the leg because usually if you don't sever that main artery, you bleed out. You don't bleed out as fast. But yeah, if you clip that joker and you don't get there, it's like hitting that main vein in your neck. If you don't get there fast enough and keep that blood flowing inside, and you're gonna be dead by the time you get there. But like I have learned when it comes to like shootings and different things like that, most people could actually live from gunshot wounds if they don't panic. Like, because most of the shootings that you get are like, say for instance, a 9mm. 9mm, if you get shot with a 9mm, it's going to go straight through. You know what I'm saying? If you don't panic and just kind of keep calm and keep your heart rate down, you'll make it through a gunshot wound. Now, on the other hand, a .22, not so much. Because the .22 is going to stay inside the body and it's going to bounce off of everything and hit just about everything it comes into contact with. And that is a problem because it doesn't come straight out. So while it's inside, it's bumping against this and that and turn this up and turn that up. So, I mean, likelihood of you making it through that is not good because it's hitting so many major arteries because it doesn't have enough force to go in and come out. So.
Yeah, well, that'll be one to watch, I guess. I didn't even know there was a rapper named Johnny May Cash. I didn't. Nowadays, everybody is a rapper. Back in the day, everybody used to be a crooner.
For those who don't know what the word crooner means, crooner is classified as a very well-sung psalmist. Like Sam Cooke would be a crooner.
Peabo Bryson
would
Teddy
be
Pendergrass.
Teddy P would be a crooner. Kim, yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you go back further, David Ruffin would be a crooner.
Maxwell,
Anthony Hamilton would be a crooner. And a good performer. Y'all need to check out Anthony Hamilton because the dude puts on the show. So, crooners from the 60s.
Come and play everything. Okay. Y'all, okay. Help me understand. Listen, can y'all subscribe? Follow? Like? Can y'all do that? Okay, listen. Ooh. A 16-year-old girl, y'all, raped in her driveway after she got off the school bus. Broward County.
Where is it?
In that Florida, like Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful things happen in Florida. Oh, we know.
Florida, y'all just the gift that keeps on giving.
That's because they right down there at the end of the map, man. They letting all them crazy folks in from all them other countries slide right on into Florida because the lowest city down in Florida is Miami.
But now you sounding like the orange hair man, because it ain't just the people that's coming here to be. It's not just them.
I didn't say it was.
You said they letting all them crazy people in, huh?
And they are. I'm gonna stick by that part, but I didn't say they was the only ones doing it.
So
you have some some people here that's just like already just ready to go.
Jermaine Henderson, he pulled his pickup truck into the driveway. Okay, let me tell y'all. This is one of the dumb criminals because it was picked up on surveillance video. He pulled his truck into the driveway.
I mean, but like, who doesn't have cameras these days? That's just like, that's a given. Like, who doesn't have cameras? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, you have to be straight, broke down, not a dollar to your name to not have a camera at your house.
He held a box cutter to her throat.
What is this dude thinking? This is Shawshank Redemption? What if that's crazy. Oh,
they say the police say he was real calm about it too, the way he lured her. So they like looking into other cases because they think he's done it before. 39 years old. Now, listen, but look, check this out. 39 years old, 5 feet, 6 inches, 220 pounds.
Napoleon.
Exactly. He's from the Miramar area. He's charged with 2 counts of sexual assault with a weapon, sexual battery on a victim over 12 years old.
So, like, my problem is this. I don't know what the demographic is with these rapists, but if it's that serious, go buy your prostitute.
But there's no apparently there's no fun in that. There's no.
Oh, it can be fun. I'm sure if they I'm pretty sure some of the prostitutes out there will let you do pretty much anything that they want to do as long as you're paying them. I'm pretty sure.
They don't want to let you kill them.
Huh?
They don't want to let you kill them.
Well,
like, okay,
You can damn near get close. Choke them till they black out.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know about a person who rapes, like, but I mean, stuff I've read, documentaries, whatever that I've seen. It's like the rape is either about a mental sexual release, not so much about the physical sexual release, rather than the mental, right? It's about the getting off to the horror in the victim's face. That's what you're getting. That's what you're having the sexual release to, is the horror of the victims in the victim's face. You're getting off to the control that you have over this victim.
I mean, I can see it. Like I say, I look at a lot of documentaries and I read a lot of books. So one of the infamous serial killers of our time, somewhat, or our era, is Ted Bundy. And Ted Bundy was very laid back, very strategic. He was calm in how he lured people in, and then he just turned into uh, basically Jack the Ripper, is for lack of a better word. He just turned into a whole different person once he was in their presence, and then wind up killing them. Also a historian of the same era will be John Wayne Gacy. Like, a lot of people don't know the stuff that Gacy has done, but that dude, he was just as bad as Ted Bundy, if not worse. So, but my thing is, like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the black race, that they're picking these things up, because at a time this was not being done like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, is the culture of black people, has it shifted to take on the culture of white people? Because if you go back in history, 9 times out of 10, when you talk about serial killers and serial rapists, it was all about white people. That's what they did, you know what I'm saying? And they was notorious for those things. And if you don't believe me, and if you think I'm a racist, go just check the statistics and it'll tell you. And the culture that we come up in now is shifting, and like, you didn't have guys, black guys, doing like major rapes or committing like heinous crimes like that. It just wasn't something that we did. And regardless of what Candace Owens says, that black people are the number one, black men are the number one murderous people in the world, then, like I say, I'm sorry to say about Candace Owens, you might want to check your lineage of who you married to, because most white people are the that's what they did. They stole, they raped, and they killed. Like, and sorry, white people, that's just your history. I don't care what nobody says, but because we've seen that dealing with black people and the Indians and the Asians. I can go on with this list, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that all white people are bad, but that's what it is. That's just the history of who you are.
I'm not going to completely disagree with you, but what I will say is this. Maybe some of the statistics about rape, I'm only on rape, not on murder, serial killing. I'm just on rape right now. Maybe some of the statistics on rape are not as high for the Black community or for the African American community, whatever we are right now.
Because no one really knows.
Maybe some of the statistics aren't as high because the report the reports are not being made.
Okay, I can see that in one way.
I never reported my rape.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I would say that maybe, but I'm looking at it too from the standpoint of like, when you go through that type of situation, maybe like I look at it like this. Let me say it like this. I look at the reason that crime seems to be so high and prevalent in the Black community is because that's where they always have the camera, in so many words, because they want to depict Black people as being inferior, not good for nothing, and this, that, and the third. So they're always going to point the camera toward that area, not knowing that a lot of crime that happens out in white society, it's just not a camera there. But I do feel what you're saying. If it's not reported, even when it's not on you, then the numbers would be low. I can agree with that. I can agree with that, because you think about it, 9 times out of 10, and I'm not no expert on that, but 9 times out of 10, rape usually happens to people that's close to them that they know. So if it was somebody's daddy doing something to them, the likelihood of them reporting their daddy is not going to be high. The likelihood of them reporting their uncle or their brothers is not going to be high. So I can agree with that.
Yeah. They're not gonna report the neighbor man right next door.
No. But in the same sense, I think that's how a lot of people, like them Gacy's, them Bundys, they operate, because they operate in the circle that they're familiar with, people that they have seen all the time, and just got they reputation or their schedule down, and they operate in that frame. So I can agree with you with that. I don't believe that if you're not reporting it, it's not going to be high like that anyway, because first of all, it messes with the person's psyche. So in their mind, you know what I'm saying? So to get over that, to even open up your mouth and say something about a family member or a friend is,
you got to be in, and then you got to live with your rapist.
Yeah. And then what's if this is the killing part though, like if you don't say nothing, then that person that did it feels like that it's okay, and the likelihood of them doing it again, because they know you're not going to say anything, is high.
Yeah.
So it's like a lose-lose situation. It's kind of like a lose-lose situation. Is what can you do? You know what I'm saying? So you can understand why people feel a certain way about that type of situation. That's like that's like hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the funny thing about that is, like, even if you're married, you could be a rapist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we got a song we teach little babies, toddlers, when they first start talking, when they're in kindergarten. No means no.
Mm-hmm.
Means no. No means no. Means no. No means no. So even if you're married, and your wife says,
I mean,
no,
and that's kind of crazy. I mean that's kind of crazy though. But I mean, it can happen. I mean,
yeah,
it's just like anytime you forcibly take something from somebody especially like when you forcibly take something from somebody, that's robbery.
Yeah.
But when when you forcibly take somebody sexually, that's rape. So it's rape and robbery.
Yeah. And battery.
And battery, because
And
9
assault.
times out of 10, you putting your hands on them to choke them out to get what you want. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think anybody that's like that is sick.
Yeah.
And
So,
I'm a person like, hey man, go get some help, because a lot of people breed things through their culture that they're not familiar with, and then when they start acting it out, and then it's too freaking late. I remember, what was the story I think we reported in season 1 about that man that killed like 20 people over a certain amount of years, and he was from Ohio, and he had them in the basement. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was years ago, but I mean, we just talked about, I think we were talking about different killers and different serial people at that time. But it's just what makes you a serial killer though? Like, how many bodies you got to have to be a serial killer? Is it more than 3?
43.
I say, is it more than 3?
Oh, I was about to say, seemed like to me it ought to be 2.
Nah, I think that's I think that might just be random killings, because you can have 2 bodies on you, and like, that's just something that's random. But I don't know what the qualifications is for a serial killer these days.
Gotcha. Well, okay, well. So what else going on? Got the man raping people.
Well, there's a case out there about a man being executed by police, laying down in handcuffs, and the police supposedly had shot him in the back of the head.
What happened?
I think that was in Detroit. I'm not for sure, but it's been in the news lately. And like I said, this situation right here, this is a bad situation, because you have all these so-called people of authority just randomly killing Black males and Black people in general. I'm just not for that. I'm not for that at all.
Well, randomly killing anybody, we ought to not be for.
Yeah, but I ain't concerned with anybody, because the majority of the people that they're killing are Black people. I can give a hell about the others, because they ain't killing them like that. So
I don't know. I ain't for no that kind of death. But
okay, I'm for death. I'm for death if you deserve it. If you're in jail and you've been convicted of a crime and they know it was you, and that's capital punishment, then okay. But
so you believe in capital punishment?
Yeah, I believe in capital punishment. Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, if you do something wrong and you are convicted of it, not say wrongfully convicted, don't get it twisted. They know it was you without a shadow of a doubt, and you got to serve your time. Yeah, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's understandable. But just to be randomly killing people in the streets, no.
So I will we got one of our listeners. They say it was in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. I know it was in Michigan, somewhere in Michigan. Okay. Yeah, but that's like, it's crazy. Thank you. Listener, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going through they haven't started litigation for that yet, but that's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's all I can say.
Well, okay, so I'm not sure where this was, but when you're talking about police interactions with Black men. So there was an officer banging on the door, allegedly banging aggressively. And then the officer began to push the door open. Like he banged, then he begins to push the door open. Now, the man inside was trying to get dressed, like put some clothes on, so that he could open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Any number of reasons why the man didn't have clothes on. Maybe he was getting busy. Do they still say getting busy?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to take you over to the Urban Dictionary and look up a word for that now.
He could have been having sexual relations.
Oh my goodness.
Who was that said that like that? Some comedian had a character that said it like that.
Yeah, I remember.
He could have been having sexual relations. He could have just been sitting there eating his Cheerios in his underwear. He could have had just woke up and he sleep in the buff, in the nude, and was standing over the toilet, taking a piss.
All these are plausible.
He could just like walking around his house butt naked.
It's his house.
It's his house and he in there. Got his tighty whities on or not.
It's his house. I ain't
It's
mad.
his house. But he was trying to put his clothes up so that he could answer the door, because someone was knocking at his door aggressively.
And you knew who it was because the police are the only ones that knock like that.
Well, okay, so, okay, let me tell y'all this real quick. You would think that the police are the only ones that knock like that. But I encountered something some years ago where there was okay, so I was in the house and there was an aggressive knock at the door. There was an aggressive ringing of the doorbell. I did not answer the door. I didn't even approach the door because I knew that whoever it was wasn't looking for me. So I didn't answer the door. And they just kept banging on the door and yelling, like, and it was a man, but the banging to me, the knocking, the ringing of the doorbell to me was similar. I equated it to be the same as a jealous woman knocking on a man's door because she thinks she caught him at another girl's house.
Mm-hmm.
It was a man looking for a man.
How was he looking for this man? This story just got interesting. How was he looking for this man? Was he looking for this man because the man took his woman, or was he looking for this man because he was the man that the man was looking for? How was he?
So the story is that these two men are just they just friends, like they just fishing, but no, like they co-workers. Just they don't talk on the phone all the time. They don't do all of that, but like if it's time to go fishing, they go fishing. That's it. They just maybe hang out and have a beer on the corner.
Nope. 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 You can't sell me that story. You can't sell me that story at all.
They kept banging on the door. Listen, y'all, they kept banging on the door. And they even left a note on the door.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, you can't sell me this story.
Then they left.
No, you can't sell.
And they knew where to go. They knew where to go find this person if they weren't at home. Now, I'm trying to figure out if you know where to go find this person.
Why are you knocking at this door?
Why you knocking at the door so hard?
And they ain't came down.
Just knock on the door. They not there. Ring the doorbell. They not there. Go get in your car and go to the place where you know you can find them.
No. First of all,
what was so important?
First of all, don't no guys, real guys, act like that.
What do you mean? Okay, don't start.
Oh, I'm finna start. Don't no real guys act like that.
Okay.
If I can't get in
you're
contact,
a real guy. You are a real
contact,
man, period. If you were born a man, no matter what your sexual preference is, you're still a man. That real guy stuff ain't right. That ain't right.
It is right. Because what I'm saying to you is, as a guy, as a real guy, if I can't get it, if I holler at my partner, like tell him, hey, yo, T, I'm finna come over there and grab you, and he ain't there after I confirm and talk to him, I'm not finna be aggressively knocking on his door like we got something else going on. So, in essence,
okay, listeners, y'all subscribe
and
like and follow, and y'all tell us what y'all think about this right here.
It's something else happening with them two guys. It ain't just no straight like, all right, this is my partner, we cool, and yeah, we'll go fishing, we'll go out and hoop or do something like that, and then we gone. Man, if you knocking like the police at another guy's door, it's only two things that it can be. That dude that smashed your girl, or you smashing him. Nothing else.
What about a third option? Let me just throw this out there. Tell me if it's possible. What if the guy needed some emergency type help? Like
no. I don't care how much type of help you need, like that emergency type help. You don't go to no guy's house and aggressively knock on his door like something is going on. Hey, you can ring his phone, hey, my bro, hey, I need you to come down here. I'm in a jam. And that's it. There's
let me tell
you, other options that warrants a guy doing that to another guy. None.
So I'm gonna tell you this. What they wanted was to tell the guy about something that went down at work. And they was mad about it, and they wanted to tell the guy about something that went down at their job.
No, because at the end of the day, man, that can wait. Especially with us, we don't give a hell about what happens at a job. Once we off, whatever it is, it can wait. So that has no precedence in that man coming to his house knocking like that crazy. No, that's a man law violation. That'll get you shot.
You said man law violation?
That's exactly what I said. I don't know man come doing that aggressively unless I said there's two things that happens in there. That man is either screwing that other man, or that man that he knocking at his door, then smashed his girlfriend or wife or side chick, bottom B, or whatever you want to call it. and he upset. That's the only thing that would warrant something like that. And then he crazy for going over there, not knowing what can happen to him. So like you come to somebody else's house and talking about what you finna do, and they come out and clean your clock. You got an issue. Just prime example, Lubbock, Texas, Kyle. Guy came over to see about his kid and wound up getting carried off in a body bag.
You talking about Kyle Carruthers?
Yeah, so and we know they wasn't on nothing like that, but he came to that man's house just trying to pick up his kid. And then the other man went and grabbed his gun, premeditated. That's why I say there's two different laws that operate between black and white people, two different laws. If you leave a scene and go get a gun and come back, that's premeditated. You had time to change your mind. And then he killed that man. So no, that type of situation would get you hurt. You don't show up to nobody's house. I knew somebody and read a story about this a while ago where a guy had an altercation with a brother. And the brother told him, man, you can come to my house, show up to my house. You're going to get somebody the address to your house to come show up to your house so they can do whatever they say they want to do to you. And the dude that invited them wound up getting killed by that dude. So now, so what happened with the police? I know he got cussed out. I know he got gone off on.
Yeah,
I know
that's what happened. The guy scolded him like he was a little kid.
And that's what he get. That's what he get.
Yeah.
You don't go to nobody's house just because you are an officer of the law that 9 times out of 10, if people read their constitution, is illegal anyway in the things that they do and operate. You don't do no stuff like that, being disrespectful at nobody's house and expect them to comply with what you want to do. That don't work like that. Yeah. And the only people that they tend to do that with is Black people. Because you ain't gonna go nowhere else. I know a well-to-do neighborhood, white or Black cop, talking about knocking on somebody's door aggressively because you know they'll bring charges against your tail. I ain't for that.
Yeah, well, he scolded him like he was a little kid.
That's what he get. And what was he doing at his house? Did it say what he was doing at his house?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Like I say, I ain't mad. Because I would have did the same thing, man. What is you doing knocking on my door like you crazy? And I would have sued you. Because if you ain't got no right to be here, and you don't have a warrant and present the warrant to me on why you here, that means your tail hurt illegally, homeboy. So now you gotta go. And I ain't gotta answer none of your questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you tell me if that would have happened if there was a Black officer in a white neighborhood. You tell me that. Let's be truthful.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just telling you what happened. But I do know a dude that went to a dude's house and was banging on the door, ringing the doorbell, banging on the door, calling out the man's name.
I can tell you like that years ago, that happened to me. And I was at a friend of mine's house and somebody came, ex-girlfriend, came with a dude, I walked right outside and was like, if you don't get him off these people property, he gonna have a problem, and you too. You don't show up to nobody's house talking about what you finna do, because they're in their legal right to do whatever they want to do because it's their property. So one thing I do understand is the law, you know what I'm saying, and how to operate. I remember a guy was breaking in my car, and I called the police on him. And they was like, you can't do nothing about it, which is garbage. We can't do nothing about it until he's in the car. I waited till he got in the car. Then I hung up with the police and went and done something about it. Simple.
Well, we're going to go on over to St. Charles County, Missouri.
Oh, Lord.
What? Why you say it like that?
Because I know that area. And that's
a nice,
bad? No, it's actually a good area. So what happened out there?
Well, Daniel Phillips, he's 53 years old. He was in his ex-girlfriend's car. She dropped off her preschooler and he was waiting in the car. And he held her at gunpoint for an hour. Now, what I want to know is, I need to.
Wait. This is a white crime. This is white. Sorry. This is a white crime. Tell me different. I'm waiting. I'll wait. Give me one of them good old white names.
He was charged with, Mr. Phillips, Daniel Phillips, was charged with unlawful use of a weapon exhibiting a Class E felony. Class
E
felony.
That's one of the lowest felonies that you can give a person.
A, B, C, D, E.
That's one of the lowest offenses you can give a person. Told you he was white.
Unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, a Class D felony. Kidnapping, first degree, a Class A felony.
Mm-hmm.
Armed criminal action and unclassified felony.
Oh, so they didn't even give him a class for that one.
Domestic assault, fourth degree, first or second offense, a misdemeanor. What they haven't told us was how old this lady is that she dropping off a preschool son. It didn't say grandson, it said her son. Okay.
What's her name?
It didn't tell us her name.
You know why?
Ex-girlfriend.
You know why I didn't tell them their name?
She dropped off their child. He 53. She dropped off their child at the preschool. She got a preschool kid with a 53-year-old man, but they didn't tell us her name or how old she was.
You know why? I know you know why. Come on, say it with me. Come on, let's just come on in the room and say it with me. Why didn't they say her name? Why didn't they tell her age? WHITE.
She waited in her car with a gun.
Like,
he kidnapped her at gunpoint and held her before letting her go for an hour.
Listen, first of all,
she reported it to the police.
Listen to the parameters of this story. He was basically probably trying to kidnap his kid, held her in gunpoint for an hour. Police comes and didn't kill him on the scene. No name was mentioned of the victim, nor an age. That's to protect the victim from the person of interest. Okay, so that means that we'll tell him his name, give all his credentials and everything, but because she was the victim, we won't say nothing about her. He was given several different counts of felonies, and some was unclassified. If that would have been a black crime, his first, middle, last name would have been spoken, his age, his face would have been on everything in the county. And then 9 times out of 10, it wouldn't have ended with him going to jail. It would have ended with him in a body bag, and especially in St. Charles County.
Well, he was in the car. He was threatening self-harm. This went on for a while.
He was threatening self-harm. Mm-hmm. That's what a white crime, Lord.
He wasn't cooperating. And then at some point, the police opened fire and wounded him. He hadn't aimed the gun. He hadn't branded the gun. But at some point, they opened fire. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. He was released from the hospital the next day, and he's in the St. Charles County jail.
Yeah. That case is already solved. We ain't even worried about that. He'll be out in a couple of weeks.
So, what y'all think? Y'all subscribe, like, follow. Tell us down in the comment section what y'all think. Good.
Yeah, he gonna be out in a couple of weeks, and the reason he gonna be out in a couple of weeks because the girl ain't gonna press no charges.
This is ex-Gail.
It don't matter. She ain't gonna press no charges because that's her baby daddy.
That's her baby daddy.
You said what?
You said what? She's not gonna press charges because that's her baby daddy. That's what you said.
She ain't gonna press no charges. Now, if the state pick it up, that's something different. But 9 times out of 10, she's not going to press any charges at it.
Okay, well, I bet you with my baby daddy. Y'all heard baby daddy? Y'all heard that episode? I want to punch him in the throat.
I don't have nothing to say about that.
If he let me go, I bet you I'm gonna report it. I ain't gonna drop the charges on somebody trying to hold me at gunpoint. If I went through the trouble of reporting it, it's probably getting me to report it is the issue. But once I report it, why would I drop charges?
Because you feel bad for the person that's going through whatever psychological problems that they're having, and the fact that you are connected with that person by blood to a certain extent, you would give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why. I'm just saying. Most crimes that happen to people that they are connected to. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, they don't prosecute. On the other hand, you do something to me, I'm telling you, I'm taking it all the way there. I'm taking it all the way there. I'm gonna be sitting up there talking about everything that you did from now until then, up until the end. I'm gonna tell you, because you ain't gonna get away with that with me. Just be like, nah, man, we cool, we cool. I don't give a hell how cool we were. If you put my life in danger, nigga, we're no longer cool on no level. I'm gonna tell you so. Now this time that I tell you, because my life is on the line, I'm gonna tell you, dude. Oh no, we're not gonna do that.
So Jill Scott is trending on Twitter.
I think I seen something about that. What she got going? Jill is my girl. I love her voice.
Yeah. She's a female crooner.
Yeah. And she does it well. What do you think about Fantasia?
I like Fantasia.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. She hollered too much. All right. Moving on. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She's in the wrong genre of music. She is not, I don't care what nobody says. She makes good music. She's just not an R&B singer.
Yeah, I like Fantasia.
She can go. Now she can go.
Yeah.
But
I actually heard her on, it was some YouTube video. They were honoring, I believe, Chaka Khan, and she tore up one of them songs. She was fabulous. But I can't listen to too much Fantasia.
Oh no, your head will be hurt.
Give me a headache.
Like Kiki Sheard though, as a gospel singer from Karen Clark's daughter, being Karen Clark's daughter, she could be an R&B singer. Cause Kiki got a voice that's just smooth. You know what I mean? It's smooth. She know when to holler.
Yeah.
But Fantasia, I like her music, and there'll be times that I can just sit back and listen to it, but I'm not gonna sit back and listen to too much of that. I
can't. No. She give me a headache.
Yeah, like she can go.
Beyonce give me a headache too.
That's a different type of headache, though. I think but like no, but I'll tell you who I couldn't stand to listen to. Two people that I couldn't stand to listen to. Like I love her voice, but when she spoke, it just made my skin crawl. Miss Chalet.
Miss Chalet, yeah.
Had a solid top-notch voice. But when she spoke, I was just like, oh man, her voice is annoying. Then my girl, Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, her pitch and her ability to just sing in different ranges was just like, she could get up there and get it. But listening to her voice, it was just annoying to me. I was just like, oh no, I can't listen. I couldn't listen to her all day. She sounds good on a lot of Destiny's Child's albums, but I couldn't listen to her for a long period of time. I just couldn't do it.
Well, somebody threw up a tweet, side by side pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Jill Scott and Lizzo.
What are they trying to say?
I like Lizzo. My hair, I flip my hair back, left my nails. Oh, anyway.
That ain't no comparison.
No, I said I like Lizzo.
No, I'm saying why they do the side by side though. Like, are you trying to say that they look alike?
No.
Because they ain't in the same category as music. Nowhere. So what was the point of the side by side? What were they trying to say?
So basically, they said that Jill Scott and Lizzo were not in the same category, but they were talking about from the standpoint of a heavier woman.
Jill Scott ain't heavy no more. That could have been a comparison earlier years. But then I mean, listen, I don't think Lizzo is thick at all. I think Lizzo is fat.
They put a picture of Jill Scott looking classy like she always looked.
Right.
On one side, they put a picture of Lizzo in a one-piece outfit.
Romper.
But her derriere is out. And it looked like she got a piece of thong between her butt cheeks as she's boarding a plane. So because of that, and the girl was talking about one have class and one doesn't. And so because of that, Jill Scott been booming on. She's been trending on. She's been trending on Twitter. But so this is what the girl said in her tweet. Your size isn't the reason men won't date you. It's the level of class you have. For instance, let's compare Jill Scott to Lizzo. Men, which would you date? And got the picture up there for them to vote on which one they would date.
Well, see, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Granted, Jill Scott is the better, classier person, but you can't compare Lizzo to Jill Scott, and you can't compare Jill Scott to Lizzo. Those are two different genres of music in their own right. Then you can't compare them because they're two different individuals that's trying to make a name. Lizzo ain't even been in the game that long. I don't think.
Well, so here's the thing. She been getting flack because Jill Scott, you know, we had a show on here just recently where I pulled our friend to the carpet about tearing down another woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jill Scott came on and she was like, stop that.
I mean,
that's what she said. She said she told the woman who made the post, stop that. And she had a picture of Kevin Hart, like a meme of Kevin Hart. Stop that. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, you know, other women came out. Like another woman was like, why did you ask this? They're both gorgeous and both getting it in. Lizzo is dating, Jill is married, has a whole child. Who gives
right
a flying pig?
But I get you, but this is what I want to go back to. I want to go back to this: the men comparing. You can't say which one would you date to a man because each man is different. Some men like the Lizzo type. Some men, that's all they go after is Lizzo type. Built, cute face, big body, and would let it all hang out. Some men wouldn't even think about dating or talking to Lizzo on no level. So you can't really, that's not a fair comparison because you would have to know the nature of a man. And like I say, I done seen guys that date less. less than Lizzo, way less than Jill. So you can't, it depends on that guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's a fair comparison. But hey, whatever it is what it is. I just don't think that's fair.
Yeah. She don't have. I'm with Jill Scott. Stop that.
Man, like
stop that. Don't do that.
I mean, I mean, I
Don't do
feel you,
that.
you know what I'm saying? But listen, controversy brings tweets, it brings posts. And when you say certain things, that's because that's how social media is ran. It's going to cause certain effects in different things. Shoot, you don't even know how many. If Lizzo is trending on Twitter or whatever right now because somebody else seen it and posted the picture.
Yeah.
Like we used to say, people be like, all publicity ain't good publicity. Yes, it is, because it keeps your name in the media.
Right, just like Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, yes, it is, because it keeps your name in the freaking media. Even if they talking bad about you, it's keeping your name in the media. And the thing,
like Jada Pinkett Smith.
and the thing in the film industry, in the music world, is to always be relevant, no matter what it is. Biggie Smalls and Tupac didn't have a issue with each other. Pac told Big, I started this because I'm making sales. I ain't got no problem with you. But it went too far because other people didn't know what was going on with that. And today we don't have neither of them.
Yeah.
Just because you have an idea don't mean that's the same way the person that you have the idea of toward is going to perceive that way. It don't work like that. If you didn't go into them and wrap up with them and tell them, hey man, we finna start a controversy, but I ain't got no problem with you. We just selling music.
Yeah.
Then that's an understanding. But if you just, it's one direction, nah, bro, you're gonna have somebody try to come knock your top off because they don't know that's what you're trying to do. You just out here taking shots at me, and I ain't gonna let you take shots at me like that.
Yeah. I think Jill Scott, she shut it down.
Yeah, no doubt.
She shut it down.
Jill.
Like she should have.
Yeah, Jill the woman, man. Like I said, there's no other voice that I'd rather hear in R&B like Jill. I mean, she has you can listen to Jill on a Nationwide commercial and be intrigued. Like Nationwide is on your side and she sung the hell out of that song, like just that quick.
Yeah.
Just like
was that a whole bar, 2 bars?
Yeah, and killed it. You know what I'm saying? So like that type of stuff, man, listen.
Yeah.
I can't even name a Lizzo song.
I flip my hair back, flip my nail. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, see, yeah. Wouldn't even catch my attention.
I be around kids a lot, so.
I mean, anyway. I do music, so I heard some of everything, but I'm like, if something doesn't have a bang.
She's so seriously. Okay, in terms of women who are doing the pop thing today, I like Lizzo because when you really actually listen to the music, you hear it.
Okay.
You hear it. It is commercialized more than Jill Scott in that way, like the way that, but when you actually listen, you hear the talent, you hear it.
Yeah.
So
okay. I mean, I say
not only is she a talented vocalist, but she's a talented flautist. Okay, she played the flute. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say what? I know what that means, though.
She played the flute.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that either. But I see her on Netflix. I see her on Netflix.
Yeah, she got the little thing on Netflix.
So I mean,
like Big Girls.
Yeah, I ain't seen it because
I haven't seen it either. I'm not interested in that. But I'm
a whole bunch of people with
but every time that song come on, I flip my hair back. I get up. I'm good as hell.
It's something for everybody. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah. And we don't have to hate on people, y'all. We ain't gotta hate on people. We don't gotta hate on people. We don't have to hate on people.
Like, see, like okay. I'm from the old school. Like I'm a young old dude. Like when you talk about straight cats that can just straight go, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look back into them 60s and like Motown stuff because that's what I used to hear all the time. You know, when you talk about like Smokey Robinson, oh my God. you know what I'm saying, for as a writer, composer, Quincy Jones, you know what I'm saying? You talk about guys like I said, like David Ruffin, Sam Cooke, you talk about Eddie Kendricks. Man, Eddie Kendricks did not get nearly enough play as he should have, you know. What's your boy what Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay? Man, these cats was just like ridiculous. Like, you had to have talent to make it in the industry then. You don't really have to have that much talent now. You have to have a face, you have to have a hook, and you have to have a banging beat, and you can pretty much do anything and just go anywhere if you got those three things.
And I don't, seriously, I don't know why y'all hating on Lizzo not wearing any clothes. Beyonce don't wear no clothes. She ain't wore clothes ever.
Yeah, but Lizzo ain't, Beyonce ain't big either.
So?
But that's why they not hating on is what I'm saying.
That's the style now. That's the style, that you don't wear clothes when you get up there and sing. Britney Spears didn't wear no clothes.
But that's not the thing of the general look for men who run the industry. That's the problem. Like,
but Lizzo doing it.
If you see most of the women in the industry, they're cut, they're petite, they're thick, but they're not built like Lizzo. That's why I can give her kudos, because she's doing her thing and in her comfortability where she is she's not changing anything. And that's why I say kudos to her, because most people want you to look like the image of Beyonce in the industry. That's the thing. But that's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, if you're a big girl and you carry yourself good and just classy, that's what's up. That's what's up. Because I know some big girls that's classy and clean cut and just can get it. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing out there. You know what I'm saying? But they don't get half the play as smaller chicks, which is unfair. You know what I'm saying? It's some cats right here, some female singers right here in Missouri that I know that are big girls who can get on the stage and yank. I mean, just pull, just flat out barefoot.
Did nobody care about Aretha Franklin being a big girl?
Yeah, because she had a voice that sold her. And Aretha wasn't trying to do nothing like
and Beyonce. Sometimes some of those outfits Aretha wore, even when she was small and big, was showing her skin.
Yeah.
Whatever skin she was in.
But think about the time frame. You always got to consider the time frame. When Aretha was coming up, look at the era she came through. They wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It was there, but it wasn't like it is now. Nowhere near. They was showing.
But it was still risque for that time.
It was. I'm not knocking it. I agree, but still, it wasn't something that was just like you have to put on the market right then. Even like Erykah Badu, I ain't never seen Erykah Badu like in nothing crazy and outlandish. You know, she does certain things she has done, we all know. But on the flip side of that,
well, Erykah, there was the one music video.
I already know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
And that body was tight.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but that's what I'm saying, you know, like, but she has always been a classic chick, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. You think about like Jasmine Sullivan, you know what I'm saying? Like classy, just laid back.
The windows out your car.
Right. Crazy, but classy. But those are the things that we're talking about. The industry doesn't hold up for big girls like that. They're just starting to open up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the models, you know what I'm saying? Like the African models. This is one girl, I can't call her name, but she's a petite girl, black, I mean, smooth black skin, bald head, and just like one of the main models out there right now. She doing a thing. That would not be that way years ago, because the same picture was the blind, blue-eyed white Barbie. Yeah. And you got to be thin as the wind to get in. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like that now, but it's taking time to open those doors up. And that's why I say Lizzo doing her thing, but she ain't no Jill Scott.
Right.
But she doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? You can only promote people for what they do and know what they know how to do. And that's what we need to start doing. Stop tripping off of what somebody is not and start celebrating who they are. Know them. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
So anyway, yeah, we probably better leave.
Yeah, it's about that time.
We better go.
Yeah, it's about that time. You went from killing folks to music videos. You never know what you're gonna get on this show.
You never know what you're gonna get.
So check us out. Check us out on Instagram, IG. Check us out on Facebook Live. Are we on Facebook Live? No, we ain't on Facebook Live. We on YouTube Live. That's what I meant. So check us out on YouTube Live. You know, you can hit us up at insanerhetoric.com, insanerhetoric.com. You can also catch us on any platform, anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're on 7 continents. There are only 7 continents on the planet. There's not 3, there's not 5, there's 7 continents on the planet. The best part about that, we're on all 7 continents in somebody's country. Listen, we are in Brazil, we're in Singapore, we're in Japan. Oh, we even hate to say it, we are even in Russia right now. We are doing our thug thizzle. Listen, you need to log on, check out Insane Rhetoric, and just subscribe, like, and follow. Hey, and if you got any comments, you can check out our Real Talk page on our website, which is insanerhetoric.com, and just go to the Real Talk page and you can put comments on the site and check us out, and whatever you want to talk about, we'll take it into consideration. But listen, like we say on the podcast for the audio, I tell y'all this, please don't put no tomfoolery on our page. My sister will report you. I will not, but I will laugh while I see you going to jail. And then once you go to jail, I'm going to talk about it on Insane Rhetoric. I'm just letting you know. So you do something stupid if you want to. You do stupid if you want to. You're going to go to jail for it, and I'm going to laugh, and then I'm going to talk about it the following week. So all I got to say from this point, sister, you got anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to just say this. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and follow. Tell somebody about Insane Rhetoric if you want to hear about a certain type of topic or different things that we got coming up and different events that we got coming up. Hey, just make sure you hit us up and we'll try to get that recognized from you. Oh, matter of fact, shouts out to my sister down here in Houston. She done made a article for Mission Chasse, which is the mobile pop-up dance studio in Houston. She will come wherever you are to teach your children ballet and dance of any kind. So, I mean, shouts out to Mission Chasse. Look her up on Mission Chasse. What is the website, sister? Give them the website.
MissionChasse.com.
MissionChasse.com. You might want to spell them for them because some people can, ain't too able.
Mission, like I'm on a mission.
Military mission.
Mm-hmm. Chasse looks like chassis. CHASSE.com.
Okay. All right, MissionChasse.com. So you can check her out. Mobile pop-up studio. If you're paying the right money, I'm pretty sure she'll fly to your city and start to teach your kids how to do ballet, because there's not a lot of Black young girls and guys who do ballet. We're just getting into those things, but the best part about it, we do it so well, just like we do anything. So hey,
and our Petite Junior dance company will come and perform for you too.
Petite Junior will come and dance and perform for you in any city or state.
Just let us know.
Or state, they will come and
we come and do some dancing for you.
And do some dancing. Hey, so we know we are rhythmic people. We know we are all about the rhythm. So check her out at MissionChasse.com, and just always don't forget to enjoy the ride that is Insane Rhetoric. Ice and Fire is out, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.